So here, oh yeah, let's play music. So what is a transaction? So a transaction is the action of conducting business, right? So the action of conducting business, all right? The act of conducting business. So if you guys could write that on your notebook, that will be great. So remember, you get extra credit. The three things that you will actually do in reference to a transaction. So whenever you buy stuff, all right, whatever it is, you buy, a dress, you buy tennis shoes, you buy this, you buy that, you get all crazy, right? That's basically you're doing a transaction with the credit card company and with the seller, the merchant, right? When you make a payment to your credit card, that's a transaction. You're doing something, all right, with them. And sometimes there'll be a transaction which says, hey, that they will do to you, and that's, hey, late fee, late fee. You don't want those, all right? You don't want those late fees, all right? So go ahead and write that real quick. And I'll wait. Late fees. Ugh, that's another transaction. Okay. So another thing happens is what happens in a credit card transaction when stuff happens. What's happening? All right. So some of you guys like, yeah, I'll spend. Give me your credit card. Spend. It's like, but what's really happening behind the scenes? All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and write one of the stuff. All right. One of the things that happens. All right. Basically, what's happening? What does that mean? All this transaction. Okay. All right. So what happens during this? The first step. So you go to the blah 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 blah. So what does that mean? You have a card, you could pay for it. But what does all that mean? So in essence, what it means is that the credit card company is lending you who are using the credit card. Basically, it's a form of money, but not really money. All right, it's a form of money because in order to buy something, you need money, right? But this so that credit card is a form of money because you could buy anything up to the limit, right? Because usually credit cards have a limit, and we'll talk about that. All right, you can't just buy anything. All right, so the credit card company lends you the money when every time you're using the credit card, when using the credit card. All right, so that's actually the first thing that happens. All right, that's the whole meaning behind it. All right, so go ahead and do that, and that's pretty cool. All right, so here's the second one. If the sky. So number two, as you're writing this, it says, okay, so first again, what happens? You're using it, the credit card company, that card is used as a form of money, right? It's money because in order to buy stuff, you need money, but you're using a credit card, all right? Because you're making an agreement with the other credit card company to say, hey, I'm gonna pay you back, all right? So then the money is paid to the store, all right, so that money is paid to the store, okay, on behalf of you. So the credit card company is going to send them like a check. Oh, these are all the things that happen. Here's your check, right? So they're going to pay everybody's credit, not like one at a time. That's redundant. I think they do it like monthly, or like here's your transaction on the credit card. All right, and that's what happens. All right, so go ahead. I believe you're writing this. So as we already realized, or we already found out that the money, your credit card is a form of money, right? You go to the store, oh, I want to buy this. Oh, I want to buy that. Oh, I want to buy all this stuff, right? But then what happens is that, yeah, because you already did an application with the credit card company, you made an agreement, all right? An agreement. So you have credit now with them so that you could use that credit card to buy stuff and then they will pay them. All right. So in essence, at the end of that, when you purchase it, they're going to ask you, oh, can you sign here, please? All right. Sign here. And so you're going to sign the sales receipt. So sign the sales receipt. All right. So the sales receipt, which is basically the transaction that just happened, You look at it, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I did. So you sign it. All right. By signing the sales slips, you, the credit card user, you agree to pay. All right, whatever. So you agree to pay the amount back to them. So that's what happens. So if you notice, if your parents, uncle, whatever, if you notice them using a credit card, they're going to ask them, oh, can you sign here? But when you use a debit card, what are they going to ask for? All right. They're going to ask for your PIN number. Oh, scroll up. Someone said, scroll up. Someone just got here. Up, like right there. Is that cool? Scroll up. Like that, right there. Oh, man. So that's what's going to happen is that when you sign it, all right, you're agreeing to pay the amount back to them, the credit card company. A little more. Oh, man. Oh, you're killing me, buddy. How about that? Right there? Yeah, that's perfect, huh? That's perfect. Oh man, you're still all right. So you're agreeing, you're agreeing that to pay the money back. All right. So all right. So that's what's happening. You're agreeing. So by signing it, this is common sense, right? But a lot of people don't know that. You're like, oh, aren't I supposed to sign? No, it's a debit card. Oh, all right. So, oh wait, why am I signing? Because it's a credit card. All right. So there's a big difference. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. Ah. So here we go. So what does a credit card company provide each month to you? All right, to you. So once you use this credit card, bam, 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 they're going to give you something every month. So do you guys know what it is? What do they give you? And it's basically called a statement. A statement, okay, that details the following. That will detail the following. And this is the last part we're doing because that's where I ended the other class. Okay. And so it's going to tell you, all right, here, they're going to give you a statement because you got to pay it back, right? You got to pay it back. You can't just, so they're going to send you something. And the statement is like a bill, right? This is like your bill statement. It's a bill. It's a bill statement. Why the will? Why Bill? Why not Frank? Why not like George? The George statement. It's Bill. I don't know why. So it's weird because I have a friend named Bill. Hey Bill. All right. You guys like this song? Anybody? Anybody? Type it on the chat. You like this song? Nobody? You like it? It's pretty cool. I like it. Never heard of it? Oh, it's Dua Lipa. It sounds cool. Yeah, it's called Levitating. It sounds cool. I like it. I was like, oh, and I Shazammed it. See, let's see. Dua Lipa. That's a good beat. All right, here we go. Sorry, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Wait, so we're continuing the notes? Yeah. But on page 2. So on this one, what happens? You get a statement, right? So obviously, this is what they give you. They give you, it's going to have the date of purchase when you went to the store. All right. It's going to say, hey, this is what you did. You bought some bands, right? Hey, this is how much it cost you. 58.34. A fee for later on if there's any fees for anything. All right, that's a transaction. Payment. Hey, you made a payment. They'll have that. Okay, or other credit. Oh, we have to give you credit, and then they'll have the total amount due. They might have other stuff, but in general, and then they don't usually have it in. They have it in the front, but they'll give you a minimum amount due. Minimum. which means you don't have to pay everything, right? Like if you owe $500, you don't have to pay everything. But guess what? They're gonna say, hey, you don't have to pay everything. No, it's okay. Just pay at least the minimum, $20, and we won't give you a late fee, right? But guess what happens there? Then you'll have to pay the interest. Well, you owe this much now. Now, what's the interest of that? But if you paid everything, you have no interest. There's no interest. All right. And that's how they make the money. We'll talk about that later. So, guess what? What I do every time I use a card, I make sure that at the end of the month, I pay everything that I purchased for that month. Why? So I don't have to pay the what? The late fee, right? The late fee, because you don't want to pay the late fee, right? You don't want to have to pay the late fee. So that's why it's that's what we got to do.